iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here, race fans. Tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, it is the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series here for Red Light Racing. It is the Road Rage Accessories 172. Race fans, it's Talladega Super Speedway. Well, you think of Talladega these days, you think of restrictor plate racing. Well, the restrictor plates are thrown off these motors because it is back into the time machine, back to 1987. It's the 1987 Thunderbird and the 1987 Chevy Lumina here tonight. The two cars featured on the iRacing.com platform. Back in 1987, it was Bill Elliott who was able to set the fastest time ever recorded during a qualifying or race session here at the Talladega Super Speedway. 212.8 miles an hour. It was a 44.998 second lap here. That is absolutely blistering. Lap times here tonight are probably going to be about, well, a second to two slower here in qualifying, at least. They won't be the blistering time that Bill Elliott, the man from Dawsonville, was able to put down, but right now Sean Single out of Ayer, Massachusetts has the quickest time currently here in qualifying. 29 drivers have registered here into the lobby tonight for the Road Rage Accessories 172. Well, race fans, we welcome you all in here, as always, on a Monday night. It is Muth up here in the booth, and we are so happy to have you all back here tonight. You wonder what Road Rage Accessories is? Well, so did we, race fans, so we had to go over to their website here a little bit earlier tonight. They offer mobile installation in the Minnesota and western Wisconsin regions, serving additional areas upon request. Well, what do they do, though? Well, they're a mobile accessory installation business for all your automotive, off-road, and agriculture applications. Are you tired of dropping your truck, your SUV, your car off at a shop, only to know days later that, well, it's finally done, you can have your car back? The heck with that, race fans. Head on over to Road Rage Accessories today and schedule your appointment. They will come to you and do it in your driveway if needed. So head on over to Road Rage Accessories today, race fans, and schedule an appointment. You need headlights, they can do that. A body lift, they can do that also. So a great company over there, and we're glad to have them here as a partner with the Red Light Racing Series. Road Rage Accessories, automotive, off-road, and agriculture needs. Qualifying, though, here tonight for the Road Rage Accessories 172, currently underway about a minute before we head into the grid process tonight. 4 drivers coming into tonight have already locked themselves in. James Skelton has picked up 2 wins this season. James Heater has 1, Max Terriel, and DJ Anderson. They have all locked themselves into a championship chance. Let's put it that way, because we do the playoff format here in Red Light Racing, so it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because all roads lead right here to the Talladega Super Speedway. And race fans, I can tell you, it's going to be one crazy, crazy race here tonight. So we are happy to bring it to you. Currently, it looks like only 10 drivers have thrown down a qualifying time, with 1 driver possibly getting in a lap here, and that might be Eric Johnson. So with only 10 drivers qualifying out of 29 registered for tonight, it's going to be interesting to see who can slice, dice, bob, and weave, because somebody's going to have to do it here tonight to get to the front of this one at the end of the 172 miles scheduled tonight. Does not look like any of the other drivers will come out here onto the speedway, so qualifying is officially in the books here tonight, and we will get ready to go racing here at the Talladega Super Speedway. We'll wait for these cars to grid up here tonight, and we will get ready to go racing here at Talladega. The speeds are going to be faster than we have ever seen, race fans. I hope you're ready, because this is your starting lineup here tonight for the Road Rage Accessories 172. The grid tonight is brought to us by our friends and family over at Green Forest Tree Supply. You need a new shrub out front of your house, head on over to the Green Forest Tree Supply, because they have that. You need yourself a walnut tree, well, the Green Forest Tree Supply has it. Head on over to thegreenforesttreesupply.com today and get your tree. Starting on the front row, though, it's going to be the driver out of South Carolina, driving the 86 of James Skelton. Starting in P number 2, he hails from Canada. He drives the 42, the MK Medic machine. It is Max Terriel. Starting in 3rd position here tonight, driving the Alienware number 64, it is going to be Jason Wells. Driving the number 11, it's the Rev Esports driver. It is the number 11 of Sean Single. Starting in the 5th position, driving the Turbo Dork number 98 for the Full Throttle Racing stable, this is Ryan O'Donnell. Starting in the 6th position, hailing out of South Carolina, it's the other Full Throttle Racing 01 machine this time. It is Richard Murdoch. Starting in position number 7 here tonight, driving the number 15 out of Carolina, this will be Dustin Gainey. Rolling off in position number 8, it's the Strano Brothers Racing number 43, Green Forest Tree Supply, Joe Strano. Starting tonight, out of the Beefy Motorsports, hails out of the Ontario, Canada area. This is the 938 rookie driver of Brandon Feeney. Hailing out of Pennsylvania, driving the Renaissance Nutrition number 84, it is Christopher Rothrock. Starting just outside the top 10 here tonight, it's the Dirty Mo Radio number 33 of Eric Johnson. Rolling off 12th here on the grid, driving the number 4, this is Jeffrey Souza. Starting in the 13th position, out of Virginia, driving the number 51, this is DJ Anderson. Rolling off into the 14th position here tonight, driving the 909 out of Carolina, this is Thomas Talent. Starting 15th tonight on the grid, driving the number 62, it is Ethan Troutman. Starting 16th, driving the number 2, Need for Speed DraftTop.com entry, this is Joshua Buckley. Rolling off in position number 17 here tonight, hailing out of Virginia, driving the 999 machine, it is rookie Mark Jenkins. Starting in the 18th position, driving the 906, it's the Super Clean machine, this is Chris Hammett. Starting the number 17 here tonight, it's the Tim Combs entry, he'll roll off 19th. Starting 20th here, it's the Higgins Hill Racing Checker Flag Auto Supply, number 40 of Rob Higgins. Rolling off 21st, and I drive in the number 24. This is Zach Mitchell. It's the return of the number 5 of Brandon Minto. He will roll off here tonight in the 22nd position. Starting 23rd here tonight, it'll be the driver out of Canada, driving the 907, Rev Esports driver. This is Tim Williams. Bruce Potter, the number 59, will roll off 24th. 25th, we'll go to the Simbox Motorsports, Simbox number 77 of Doug Neal. It's our friend out of Australia, driving the 184. This is Kevin O'Brien. Travis Minto will drive the 919 here tonight. He'll roll off 27th. 28th, go to the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, 941 of Bob Higgins. Starting in the 29th position, this will be the Strano Brothers Racing entry number 3 of Tony Strano. Michael Trevarthen looks like he's having some issues here tonight, but he is scheduled to grab the tail of the field here tonight. Position number 30. That's your Green Forest Tree Supply starting lineup here tonight at the Talladega Super Speedway. Race fans, I hope you're ready to go racing. 172 miles are on the docket here tonight in the Road Rage accessories. Tongue twister for us up here in the booth tonight, but it is 29 cars that are out onto the speedway getting ready to do the battle. Who will be the first one to lead a lap here at the Talladega Superspeedway? Will we see a driver eclipse that 212.8 mile per hour marker here tonight? At this point, qualifying is in the books and nobody was able to hit that 212 mile an hour. We'll see if they can do it here tonight. Some draft will be a factor at some point tonight, but it will be 29 drivers as they crawl through the tri-oval here. You can see it. It is big enough for 5 lanes of racing. Will we see 5 lanes of racing? The green flag is up. The green flag is in the air. 65 laps on the docket here tonight. Everybody has different agendas here. Already 3 wide there. That's the 43 of Joe Strano. That was 3 wide. There you see the Kings, number 43. Leading out of turn number 2 for the first time down the back straightaway here tonight. It's the Maxwell Coffee, number 86 of James Skelton. Here comes Wells in the Maker's Mark, number 64. He's the only driver down to the inside for the time being. Look at everybody. A couple of them up into the outside wall. I believe a couple of them may have been turned around. I believe that was Kevin O'Brien who had some issues there. I believe he is off our screen anyway. As Wells will make it to the bottom of the speedway here. He'll be the first one to come back around, and it will be Wells at the line leading lap number 1 as they're still 2x2 for the race lead. As they work through corners 1 and 2 again here tonight. So far, one of them way out of shape. Also, the Strano machine. That was Christopher Rothrock in the Renaissance Nutrition 84. He was definitely all sorts of wiggle-wobbly out of turn number 2. He holds on to the Renaissance Nutrition number 84. So he'll hold strong for the time being. One of them into the outside wall. That's the 64 of Wells. So Wells made a little contact, so he'll lose the lead. Now taking the race lead, it's the Showman. That's the Turbo Dork Paints. Number 98, the driver out of Canton, Michigan. Ryan O'Donnell will lead here tonight at this huge super speedway down here in Alabama. They were just about 3 wide back here in the picture frame. I believe that was the Tim Combs entry, and I believe that was the number 2 of Josh Buckley. They were 3 wide, just a little bit out in front of them. There's the 24 of Zach Mitchell. He's trying to look at them all fan out down the back straightaway. These drivers are going everywhere and anywhere to try and utilize this track here tonight because, well, out front may not be the place to be because we have another new race leader as they come out of turn number 4. This time, it's the driver out of Carolina. It's going to be the number 15 of Dustin Gainey. Will he be able to lead a lap? Because here comes the 86 of Skelton, the 42 of Terriel to the outside. Gainey's going to drift up, but it will be James Skelton leading lap number 3 here tonight. Skelton takes the race lead, and then he goes right down to the bottom of the speedway, seeing if he can maybe utilize the bottom better than anybody has here tonight. Looks like Doug Neal has gone off the track. He has gone to pit road. Work down the back straightaway. See everybody fighting for position. Looks like Tim Williams has gone off the track here. We'll see if we can find out what happened to Tim Williams, as it looks like he has jumped to pit road already. Through the tri-oval, 42 of Max Terriel, all sorts of yawn and yeet out. Max currently that second car, the number 42 Black Machine to the outside. He's sandwiched in between the 2 Ford drivers of James Skelton and Ryan O'Donnell to the outside. Look at him, 3 wide. Here comes Mr. Sean Single. It's the horseshoe. He'll go through the middle. He'll take now that second position away from Dustin Gainey. So as Sean Single works now through the middle, back down to the bottom side of the speedway with the John Deere Ford Thunderbird. Dustin Gainey going to take a peek with his Lumina right back down to the bottom, but he's not going to have a run coming through the tri-oval. Look at them. They're pretty much leading on the bias ply right rear tire here tonight. A good one so far as everybody's still packed up here. It looks like that 43 machine, that's Joe Strano here tonight. He is being shown currently and scored into the 10th position. Then it's Mark Jenkins. There's Troutman also. So you can call it just about 11 drivers here in this front pack, as down the back straightaway still being led by the 42 of Max Terriel. Turbo Dork car is back again. Look who's high, wide, and handsome. He won the practice race last night here at Talladega. It's the driver out of South Carolina, Adventure in Pixels 01 Chevrolet driver of Richard Murdoch. Murdoch just picked up himself a brand new little bit of a toy hauler. One of his daughters calls it a tent, so he just bought one huge tent so he can travel around the southeast of the country and maybe venture out west. That is Richard Murdoch, as we're talking about. He's the fourth car to the outside, the black, orange, and white Chevrolet. Max Terriel, though, did lead that time by at the start-finish line. And there's not just battles up here at the front. There's the number 4 of Souza back here. He's battling with Brandon Feeney. There's the Donut Media Travis Minto machine. Also, they're trying to work around the black number 3 of Tony Strano. Right now, the guys out there in the draft are going 209 miles an hour right now for Dustin Gainey as he works through the middle. They are trying to work through the middle. You see that 86 of Skelton, though, had to lift off the accelerator just to keep control of that machine. Believe we have a dash meter here. Let's just follow. This is Skelton's onboard telemetry. 209, 210, 211, 212, 15, 16, 17, 18, and climbing 19 just when he hits the corner. That is all with the draft race, fans. 219 miles an hour for James Skelton as he entered turn number 3 that time. See when he comes through here at the tri-oval. 210 before he has to lift out of the throttle. Ryan O'Donnell also sideways once again. Oh, he's going to get turned. Big crash here in the tri-oval. Ryan O'Donnell, Richard Murdoch, Sean Single all involved. One of them down to the inside wall also. That'll bring out the first caution flag of the evening here on lap number 9, and that's the Joe Strano entry. That was down to the bottom of the speedway. So 2 cars coming together, and everybody rolls away from it. Question being, though, how much damage is done, especially to that Turbo Dork entry. Let's go back and watch this. Coming through the tri-oval here at the start-finish line. Oh, 1 yawn and 1 yeed. That was Rothrock and O'Donnell. Combs going to hit the outside wall also. There's the 62 of... I believe that was the 62 of Ethan Troutman that came in there. That is the 62 of Troutman. On board with the driver, number 62. Just didn't go far enough to the left. Tim Combs also pulling away slowly. Let's see, jump back and watch what happened to Tim Combs here. See him, he's just outside the top 10 when he comes in here. He goes to hit the brakes. He got a little help by the 24. Into the outside wall he goes. Tough, tough break for a lot of these drivers. One driver, though, did make it through. And we'll see if we can go back here and ride on board. Let's ride on board with the number 2 of Joshua Buckley. Unscathed, untouched. The number 2, the racing school entry of Joshua Buckley will make it through that wreck. As you see everybody coming to pit road here. It will be 4 tires, I'm sure, for a lot of these drivers tonight. As one of them is just going to roll on through pit road. That's the driver of the 01 of Richard Murdoch. Maybe he has different plans here, so he'll just keep on driving. Oh, his car is tore up. I think he wanted a lap lead here tonight, race fans. It might be an early exit for the driver out of South Carolina, driving that Adventure in Pixels 01 entry. Well, instead of just guessing about it, why don't we, race fans, just go ahead and ask the man driving the 01 here tonight. Let's dial him up here on the two-way walkie-talkies. Richard Murdoch, you got a copy? It's Muth up here in the booth.
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
Well, we can hear it. We can see it. What's the final verdict down there inside that car?
Yeah, my race is pretty much done. I figured I would just go through and get a bonus point at least before I pull off and have a whole lot of required repair. You know, one more point, I guess.
Well, now you loaded this Chevrolet up here in that big old toy hauler that you just got. Oh, sorry, tent.
Yes, sir.
The other day. So, is it going to fit back in that tent?
It's going to fit in a lot easier than it did coming here. I have a feeling, I can't see it from in the car, but I have a feeling I have some crushed up fenders. I got hit pretty hard. I don't know if people didn't check up when the caution came out or what, but yeah, I took some pretty hard licks. So we'll see when we're coming back into the pits here.
So it looks like your night is over here, Richard, unfortunately for you. So, well, try and beat and bang those body panels out, because it's not the last time you're going to need this 1987 car this season.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to getting back in it later, Roger.
So there you just heard it from Richard Murdoch. He is done here tonight. His night is going to end up on the toy hauler headed home. So he's one of those drivers that are not locked in currently here on the championship points. So we'll have to find out and wait to see if he can get back out onto the track tonight here in the Road Rage Accessories 172. The first caution flag of the evening has come out. And take a look at the left-hand side of the screen. That's how all these drivers are going to line up here. A couple drivers are going to be out of this event, or at least on the men's for a good while. Let's dial up another one of these drivers while we have the time here. Let's dial up the driver of that number 11 of Sean Single. Sean, you got a copy? It's the boys up here in the booth.
Hey, how's it going, Roger?
Well, I believe right now it's going better here in the booth than it is down there on the track. That number 11, you jumped out of it, you kicked the tire, it looks pretty tore up.
Yeah, it looks like I got a nice little jump from behind me. Murdoch had nowhere to go, so that was a tough little ride there. But we'll get her fixed up and try and limp her around so we can still get some points.
Yeah, you come into the night sitting in that 12th position right there, right around that bubble. So every point here tonight is gonna matter down the road. Talladega, though, it's a wild card. You knew that coming in.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was going to be the case tonight. We all knew what was going to be going on when we came into this. I was just hoping if I stayed up front that we wouldn't be wrecking up front. I thought it was going to be the safer option, but things happen. You know, these are tough cars. It's a tough track. And honestly, those 10 laps you were running was an absolute blast. So.
Well, it looked great from up here in the booth. I hope it looked great from down there in the car, or while it lasted, at least, I should say.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun. I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the race. I'll probably get out here in another 8 or so minutes once I get my repairs up. And then we'll see what we can do to kind of hold out the rest of the season here. Hopefully I can get some points in.
Well, there you hear from Sean Single tonight, race fans. His night is going to end up in the garage, and let's see if they can repair that 1987 car, because bare bond was a thing. Replacing body panels back then, well, that was a thing also. So it'll be Terrill, Skelton, Gainey, Mark Jenkins, Josh Buckley, DJ Anderson, and Chris Hammett, the drivers who will start inside the top 7. Then it's going to be Tony Strano, Eric Johnson, Zach Mitchell, and Rob Higgins. Your first 11 drivers here when we come back to the green flag tonight here at Talladega. It is the Road Rage Accessories 172. Race fans, make sure you head on over there to Road Rage and check out what they have on their website here. We're going to drop the link in just a couple of seconds here if our bot can get that out to all you race fans. Have a lot of great things as the green flag is back into the air. We're racing once again here. Down turns, turn number 1. One of them going to pull to the inside there. That's the driver out of Australia. That's Kevin O'Brien. No restrictor plates on these cars, but it does take a whole heck of a long time to come up to speed. About 190 miles an hour now down the back straightaway they go. Here comes Skelton. He'll jump back to the inside. He wants the race lead back from that number 42 of Max Carrier. He's at his coffee. And he is now on the charge. Let's see Dustin Gainey, those coming, and so is Mark Jenkins. Chris Hammett also coming. Top four kind of a little bit of a breakaway right now, and it will be the Maxwell House Coffee Need for Speed entry of James Skelton leading that lap. He'll go up, he'll block the advance of the 42 of Terriel. Now he'll drop right back down to the bottom. Chris Hammett, though, is in a battle right here with the police. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police. Here comes DJ Anderson. He's currently, well, he's there, he's gone, and we know the story there. Looks like that Thunderbird, though, the 906 entry there. It looked like for a second Josh Buckley was going to get into the corner panel, but it looks like Buckley lifted out of that racing school number 2. Has some iconic throwback colors on that. It looks retro scheme for Buckley. James Skelton, though, is showing these boys how to two-step and dance, and it looks like the yellow flag is going to come out here. Possibly for Kevin O'Brien. So Kevin O'Brien's down into the grass. The second caution flag will fly here tonight. Let's take the look back here and see what happens to Kevin O'Brien. And I'm not quite sure if his internet connection just went blank, or I think that was possibly we'll call that a computer problem, because that just did not look right. It looked like something either broke or something hung up on his computer, because you don't see cars just go left and then blink away and come back and all of a sudden they're into the wall. So that'll bring out the second caution flag here tonight at the Talladega Super Speedway tonight in the Road Rage Accessories 172. So right now Kevin O'Brien, you can tell it is a malfunction because he's having problems getting that 184 machine back to pit road. Well, as we pace for the second time here tonight, race fans here, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back here at Talladega to bring you more RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series racing with red light for the Road Rage Accessories.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
outside wall.
He's gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Race lead to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit press sideways. What a save!
Look to the outside as Drunke goes off. De Jong into second place.
Going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
I tried, there's contact though. Slide left to the racetrack. Chris Leonard drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the outside the parabolica. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cut back here. Get the run out the parabolica. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
Welcome back here to Talladega as we work under the caution flag once again. This is caution flag number 2 currently that the track crew is cleaning up from the Kevin O'Brien machine. They are assembled 2x2 and ready to go, though. It'll be Jake Skelton, Dustin Gainey, Max Terrell, Martin Jenkins, DJ Anderson, Chris Hammett, Josh Buckley, Thomas Talon, Zach Mitchell, and Rob Higgins. Tonight, we are racing here at the Talladega Super Speedway in the Road Rage Accessories. 172 miles is the scheduled distance. We were chewing them up and spitting them out. We were excess of 215 miles an hour, but now we're under the caution flag here tonight once again, and as the iRacing pace car does look to dive into the safe haven of pit road, away from all these Thunderbirds, Underbirds, Luminas, Monte Carlos, and I believe there's even a Buick out there tonight, race fans. It's been a long time since Buick has been into the NASCAR scene. I believe when I check over my notebook as the green flag comes back out, I think Buick last one at North Wilkesboro with Ricky Rudd behind the wheel. We don't have any Ricky Rudd machines out there tonight. I believe we have a Tide Ride, but somebody, I believe, is throwing that back to Darrell Waltrip. Dustin Gainey, though, does take the race lead in the Carolina number 15. There comes the Turbo Dork Paints entry. The Turbo Dork Radical Paints coming back out. That's Ryan O'Donnell. He'll rejoin the race here after being multiple laps down, being shown in the 27th position. He'll stay down onto the apron, and the cars will whiz by him at excess of 200 miles an hour. Looks like Sean Single also back out onto the track. Dustin Gainey looking like he's setting a good pace here. One down off the pace. That's Michael Tremarkin. He'll get off the racing surface also. It will be Dustin Gainey leading this time by. On board here with Dustin Gainey as he leads him down here into turn number 1. Get everybody fanned out. You got 2 packs right now formed up on the speedway as they come down the back straightaway. That's the Hardee's 909 entry, driven by Thomas Talent. There's the 906 of Chris Hammett. DJ Anderson going to take his 51 inside the top 5 for the first time. And look who's coming right hot to trot along with him. It's the Granny Hips Buckley entry. Walkers, Canes, and Accessories number 2. It was Dustin Gainey leading that time by as we continue to watch this battle here for the 6th, 7th, 8th position on our timing and scoring charts. It's Buckley. There's the youngster, the number 24 of Zach Mitchell, also right here into this mix. The driver out of Farmington, Minnesota, the Rich DPC entry. Right now, Zach Mitchell being scored 8th. Travis Minto just looking to the inside of the Donut Mall Power Machine. He'll go to the inside of number 43 of Joe Strano. So Strano going to fall back a spot, and he'll be scored 15th now. Remember Christopher Rothrock, he was involved in that wreck just a little while ago, but he's still out here on the speedway. He's fallen all the way from inside the top 3. Now back here to running in the 6th position. The driver out of Pennsylvania, driving that Renaissance Nutrition number 84, Really likes to wheel, deal, and manhandle these 1987 machines, no matter where they would be on the racing circuit, whether it's at Bristol or right here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Christopher Rothrock absolutely loves them. One driver that does not love them, well, he drives the Buffalo Wild Wings entry, and he is the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma. This is Air Force boy of Brandon Minto. He's been away for a couple of weeks as he moved and restationed from New Jersey down to Texas. So he's closer to home as you see the 84 up into the outside wall there coming out of turn number 4. Rothrock having some aerodynamic challenges with that 84. Yellow flag going to come out. It looks like down to the inside, the 999 machine. Mark Jenkins has looped her around here with 21 laps officially completed here tonight in the Road Rage Accessories race here on the Talladega Super Speedway. Oh, let's take a look back here and see what happened to Mark Jenkins. 3 wide going for the race lead. Oh, him and Max Terriel are going to make a little contact and a little harmless spin down to the inside. Could have been worse than what it was, battling inside the top 3 for Mark Jenkins. Yeah, the 999 machine comes up just a little bit. And look at everybody scoot on through. Boy, that could have been very bad for all drivers. So it looks like everybody having to wait on the pace car here right now. That 2005 Ford Mustang just not able to keep pace with these beasts out there. You ride on board here with James Skelton, shutting the motor off and turning it back on, trying to save a little bit. Will he come to pit road? It's going to be the question. He will bring everybody to pit road along with him. I'm guessing at this point, fuel will be needed to go the rest of the way. So as we work this caution flag, well, let's see. We have a couple drivers that have returned to the racing surface. Michael Trevarthen did come back out. He turned a couple laps, and he has gone back to pit road since. Kevin O'Brien has not made it back out onto the track. Ryan O'Donnell, though, in the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry, has made it back out onto the track. Sean Single has made it back out. It looks like Richard Murdoch has made it back out in his Adventure in Pixels 01 machine. Looks like a fuel-only stop here for Joshua Buckley. He'll get out first in the Granny Hips Buckley entry. Brandon Minto, Wells, then it's going to be Skelton. And it'll be, it looks like the Donut Media, Travis Minto, Ethan Troutman, DJ Anderson, and Dustin Gainey. Two drivers will stay out here, and it's the driver of the Tide Ride. It's the Chevy Thunderbird. It's the Lumina. Race fans, I think somebody painted this car a little bit wrong. Our producer has it. Is that a Thunderbird, race fans, or is that a Lumina? Or is it in disguise? Is this one of those Subaru Evo things? It's been 19 days since, and they still haven't figured out. I'm not a... Well, either way, we'll let that up to the race fans out there to determine that one here tonight. Brandon Feeney hailing out of Ontario. We sent him a box a couple weeks ago of the Turn 3 merchandise, and unfortunately, it still has not got to Ontario for... Actually, it has gotten to Ontario, and it has gotten to the post office there in Brandon Feeney's hometown. Unfortunately, he messaged me the other day, and after he called the post office to find out where his package was, and unfortunately, 23 employees that work for the Canada Post Office have COVID and have recently shut down that post for 2 weeks. So his package is literally sitting about 2.9 miles away from his house. He just cannot get it. So if you're up there in that area, race fans, and you know where that post office is, some free merchandise up there. Hats, a beanie, I believe, a sweatshirt, a t-shirt, possibly stick. I don't even remember what's all in there. You might even find one of those elusive koozies here tonight if you find that package. Some driver's going to come back down, like the Granny Hips Buckley entry. He'll bring the number 2 back down the pit road. It looks like Minto, also DJ Anderson, Travis Minto, Eric Johnson all coming back down, but as the lights should go out this time by on the pace car. And they do. So it will be Feeney, Souza, Wells, Skelton, Troutman, Gainey, Talent, Terriel, Strano, and Mitchell, your top 10 drivers. We have to thank everybody that's tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network to watch the RB Custom Rigs Scrambler Series here for Red Light Racing. Race fans, if it's your first time tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell next to it, get the notification anytime we go live. We bring you live racing action 7 days a week, all the way from dirt cars to cup cars, all to F1 machines and everything in between. Dirt to Daytona, we pretty much have it all, and we even make those right-hand turns also on the weekends with a couple of our friends over at the IndyCar Series. So you name it, we got it, and we want to bring it to you, race fans. All the racing action here on the iRacing.com platform that we can bring to you, the better. We love racing just like all of you race fans, and racing is starting to pick back up. It looks like Daytona just here in a couple of days. So NASCAR will come back to the big screen also, and they will also compete right here on the iRacing.com platform in the upcoming weeks. I believe the first race of that Pro Invitational Series is coming back, and it will be here streamed. I believe they're going to head for the first race to the Bristol Dirt configuration. It'll be the first people to drive on the Bristol Dirt configuration, as Bristol Dirt is coming to iRacing, as it is coming to NASCAR also this spring. So the iRacing.com pace car will make the left-hand turn, and it will turn itself back into pit road, possibly get those lights fixed on it. And it's the long, grueling crawl down here to get the green flag. Start-finish line is not in the tri-oval like it would be at Daytona. It's almost down into turn number 1. As they all come, you hear them hit the gas. It's back to racing action here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Crashing going into turn 1. Bunch of them all scattered down here, as it looks like the number 11 of Sean Single is involved in this one. There you see the John Deere number 11. Right side of that car is pancaked. Looks like Troutman's involved also. Watch it back here. This is the restart. Oh, it looks like 3 wide. Not sure who that inside car was. Might have been Thomas Talon down to the inside. There you see the Hardee's Valvoline entry drive away. There you see the contact, 3 wide. Joe Strano nowhere to go. 17 of Tim Combs also involved, spinning to the inside with the number 11 of Sean Single. The 5 of Minto comes scooting on through. I believe Rob Higgins may have got a little piece of that in the checkered flag auto supply number 40. There you see the contact, 3 wide racing. Yeah, there's the 40. You see him get tagged real hard. Buckley does get a little piece of this one in the Granny Hips machine. So he's going to have to use that walker after this one to get out of his sim rig. Right into the right front. So that car's got a little wrinkle now on that Chevrolet. So that'll put us back under a caution flag here tonight. A little bit of a rough one here before the halfway point. 4th caution flag tonight has flown. Still leading this thing, it's the Dawn Tide ride, the number 938. We'll see if Feeney's going to bring her to pit road here, or if he's going to stay out. Looks like he's going to stay out. A couple drivers, Souza, Gainey, Terriel, Joe Strano, will all come to pit road at this point. Closing in on the halfway point home here tonight, though, at the Talladega Super Speedway for the Road Rage Accessories 172. If you head over to RoadRageAccessories.com, race fans, you can pick up automotive lights, bumpers, grills, wheels and tires, interior accessories, and other parts and pieces for not just your automotive car, your off-road vehicle, and of course, your agriculture machines also. Head on over to Road Rage Accessories today and get your parts. They will come to you, race fans. They will put them on for you. If you're located up in the Minnesota and western Wisconsin region, servicing other areas upon request. Race fans, you think they're coming out here to Pennsylvania? It's like the snowy northeast here as of late. 28 inches the other day, another 6 over the weekend, and looks like tomorrow we'll possibly get another 6 before we get hammered with some more snow. Another 29 inches then on the way coming up also. So if you're tuning in here from the Pennsylvania region on north, Ohio, New York, Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, if I didn't say that, we hope you're all doing well. And we hope you're staying warm and bundled up when you do go outside, because I can tell you right now, my little man loves going outside more than anybody I know. And boy, does it get cold outside, and that little kid will not come inside. It's like, you know, watching these quote-unquote kids here on iRacing that you see here tonight. Race fans, let's be real, a lot of these gentlemen are grown adults like myself. And, well, we still play video games. We love video games. Some people are going to rip me here in the chat. I'm waiting for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And nope, nobody said, Roger, this is a simulator. Well, yes, race fans, this is the #1 simulator game in the world. And we're simulating right now the 1987 Ford Thunderbird. You know what's some great facts about back in 1987? Not just that Bill Elliott set the all-time NASCAR qualifying record right here. Well, that also back in 1987. Was it 1987? I'm trying to remember now, and all of a sudden I forget my train of thought. That Rusty Wallace, no, sorry, that wasn't in 1987. That was in the 2000s when Rusty Wallace took his Ford out there and went 200 and, what was that, like 60 miles an hour. Only lasted 2 laps on his tires before he had to pull it into pit road. Back in 1982, it was the Dodge Daytona that had the fastest time of 200 miles an hour. That was back in 1982, though. Well, it looks like Ethan Troutman's just going to go dent his car a little bit before he comes to next week's race. And talking about next week's race, we do head out west. We do hop into a more modern machine when we head there to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It'll be the NASCAR Gander Outdoor Trucks that we whip out on February the 15th, one day after Valentine's Day. And race fans, Valentine's Day is coming up, so if you're the significant other tuning in here tonight, what's better than some iRacing credits or some computer parts for a couple of these guys? I hear them talk about it all the time. If you're wondering what to get your husband, your significant other, race fans, just shoot me a message. I hear them complain. They're like little children. So if you want to know what to get them, it's better than like a box of candy or some flowers. We know the women, you all love that. Of course, we love getting you that too. So guys, if you're listening, Valentine's Day is coming up. It's Sunday. Make sure you don't be that guy that forgets. But here we go, getting geared up and ready as they assemble 2x2 out of turn 4. We're going to drop the pace car to pit road and get back to racing. It'll be Brandon Feedy, James Skelton, Jason Wells, Zach Mitchell, Thomas Talent, Chris Hammett, Christopher Rothrock, Dustin Gainey, Eric Johnson, and Joe Strano. Couple cars are off the speedway right now. It looks like Troutman, Potter, Trevarthen, Williams, and Neal. Come back into the restart zone. We have to wait for green. Terry Alton and DJ Anderson, 2 championship drivers, buried way back into the field. The green flag is back in the air. Let's go back racing. 28 laps officially completed. Couple 3 wide moves down there to the inside. Here comes the 15 of Dustin Gainey. One of them going to go way down below. That's the 4 of Souza. Everybody trying to find a home right now. There you see Dustin Gainey. He just made it around that 909 machine. That's Thomas Talent, one of those rookies this season. Joe Strano back here. There's Mark Jenkins trying to come back to the point for the battle for the race lead. Here comes Wild Thing, James Skelton, to the point here tonight out of turn number 4. He's bringing that maker's mark number 64 of Wells right along with him. There is Zach Mitchell also trailing, trying to work his way back to the front. Right on board. Let's take a lap with Zach Mitchell. See him very light movements on the wheel. He'll draft the 64, now he'll dive down to the bottom. 215 miles an hour has to lift. You heard the pop of the throttle. Skelton drifts high here. He'll come back down through the tri-oval. At the line, it's still James Skelton, but look at that inside line that Mitchell holds. Doesn't even drop below 200 miles an hour entering the corner. See a flicker of the timing and scoring that we have on board this machine. Down the back straightaway they go. Here comes Dustin Gainey once again. He'll wind her up. He'll work the inside of the speedway. A little sideways for the 15, but nothing he can't handle. That's a wheel master right there. Let's see if Gainey can lead another lap here, or if the Maxwell House Coffee entry is going to be all jacked up on coffee. And he does officially get that lap there. Well, it looks like the 4 of Souza's been into the outside wall right there. You heard the crash, and you see that number 4 wiggling back and forth. Green flag does stay out. So it looks like Souza will fall back to just about the 19th position as he is off the pace, about 190 miles an hour right now that he's finally getting back up to. DJ Anderson and Brandon Feeney, I believe, are playing Hocus Pocus with us back here. But look at this big gaggle of cars as they come back through the tri-oval. Dustin Gainey still leading them, but they are jacked up and jelly tight. Skelton still working the outside of the speedway. Wells and the Maker's Mark car is still there. Here comes Thomas Talent on the Hardys. 909 entry. He's back to the outside of the speedway. Mark Jenkins is right there too. Look at him as they fan out down the backstretch. Skelton stays high, and here comes the 3 of Tony Strano. For the first time, Tony Strano now has moved up 22 spots tonight. Driver of that good wrench number 3, and boy, oh boy, do we miss that black machine out there on the tracks these days. 3 wide through the tri-oval, though, right ahead of him. That's going to be the 24 of Mitchell, who was down at the bottom at one point, made 2 passes, and he goes high, wide, and handsome. So he went high, wide, and handsome, and James Skelton saying, boys, y'all just keep on battling back there. Here comes the 15 of Dustin Gainey, though, right back to that deck lid on this, number 86. Heard everybody have to lift as Thomas Talent is driven his way back up inside the top 3 here. Can he come and lead his first laps tonight? He's going to slide up through the tri-oval. It'll still be James Skelton. Still inside this group is still going to be 13 cars as Tony Strano continues to make up ground. He goes to the outside here of Mark Jenkins. That's Jenkins down there. Jenkins has gone for a spin. Oh, Tony Strano into the outside wall out of turn number 2. He'll brush the outside wall, and he'll now crinkle the front right fender. As he crinkles the fender, everybody takes him 3 wide, and they get on by. Strano going to go from running inside the top 5 back to, looks like, 12th, because that's the Brandon Feeney entry, as everybody else still battles here inside this front group. Just over the halfway point home here tonight in the Road Rage Accessories, Automotive, Off-Road, and Agriculture. 172. And yes, race fans, I did just get a message via my Twitch account. Yes, it does sound like Muth is sick, and I've been battling a cold, and I do apologize for that. But we're still here tonight to bring you all this racing action on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and it's been a good one here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Now you see a little bit of a 3-car breakaway. One of them going to bounce off the outside wall back there. That's the number 33 of Eric Johnson in the Dirty Mo Radio entry. Johnson back there running in the 9th position. There you see the 42 of Max Theriot also back here. One of them looks like he's going to be coming to pit road, and that's the tore-up Tide Ride. Here comes Brandon Feeney. He gets it loaded up. That's something that we weren't sure we were going to see tonight, is somebody have to come down during green flag, and that's the first time we've seen somebody pull off a successful green flag pit stop here tonight, or at least getting onto pit road. He made it. As everybody rides single file up here, here's the battle back here for, well, it's not really a battle for position, but they're side by side, and that's the 01 of Murdoch. That's the 4 of Souza. There's Ryan O'Donnell back here, and that's the number 17 of Tim Combs. All these drivers having severe damages on their cars, and they're just trying to limp them around at this point. There you see Ryan O'Donnell. He was involved after being inside the top 5 in an incident here tonight, being set way behind the 8 ball. Came in tonight running 10th in the championship standings, just 41 points behind your regular season points leader of James Skelton. So as they battle a little bit off the pace, here comes your race leaders off turn 2. It's still Skelton with Gainey and Wells right there. Thomas Talent, Mark Jenkins, Chris Hammett, Zach Mitchell, Max Theriot. There you see the black number 42 behind the Rainbow Warrior number 24. Here's a trivia question, race fans, for all of you tuning in here tonight. There you see the number 24 of Zach Mitchell. Back in the 80s, the DuPont Chevrolet was actually run before it was badged as the number 24. Can any of you race fans actually tell me what number the first DuPont Chevrolet was in NASCAR? It was not 24. We'll see if anybody can get that question right here tonight. Trivia from Talladega. Oh, as Mitchell's going to slice and dice. That's Mark Jenkins. Comes off the outside wall, and everybody has to bob their way to the inside. Jenkins scraped that outside wall. He yanked the wheel left just to get it off the fence. Everybody had to swerve here tonight. Granny Hips, yeah, he's still out there. Josh Buckley currently running 14th. As it looks like one of them went off the track, possibly. That's the Chris Hammett entry. Go back and see what happened to the 906. Oh, just sideways. Sideways through the tri-oval, and he goes for a ride. Had to clip the exit to pit road there to hang on to that 906 entry. Three wide. Mitchell in the middle as they're working around. The driver of that 941 of Bob Higgins. Higgins pulls it down to the inside. It looks like the other Higgins is coming to pit road. I believe that was the number 40. There it is, the checkered flag auto supply number 40 of Rob Higgins coming to pit road. Ryan O'Donnell also down on pit road. It looks like his turbo dork entry should get going. There you see the turbo dork entry of Ryan O'Donnell coming back up. His pit stop is officially done. Last time we saw your race leader of James Skelton down on pit road, that was on lap number 22. We have 25 laps to go. Dustin Gainey came down on lap number 26, and Wells came down on 22. So different strategies here tonight. So it is a 3-car breakaway over the number 42 of Max Terriot. Then it's Thomas Talon, Eric Johnson, Zach Mitchell, Mark Jenkins, DJ Anderson, and Tony Strano. Strano's battling back here for that 10th position. Joe Strano is right there also. So a whole bunch of drivers battling to stay inside the top 10. Well, look at that. Tim Blum tuning in here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network has it right. Now, here's the next question for you, Tim. Who drove that number 46 DuPont Chevrolet? 3 wide through the tri-oval, though. Here comes Mark Jenkins back down to the inside. That's Talent right there also, and that was the 24 of Mitchell. That was 3 wide. Joe Strano just hanging out back here. He's been just chilling the entire time. Just hanging with this front group, watching these guys battle. His car is tore up. So with 23 laps to go, pit road's going to start to get busy, as actually here comes your race leader. Here comes James Skelton. He'll be the first one to pit road as they're coming to get 22 laps to go. So officially, green flag pit stops will start. Looks like Thomas Talent also will come to pit road in the Hardys 909 entry. Well, Tim, we thought you had all the right answers. Buddy Baker drove the number 24 machine, or sorry, the 46 machine, before Jeff Gordon drove it. He actually failed to qualify for that race, which is why nobody actually remembers. More pit stops. Zach Mitchell, though, will bring that 24. He's sideways. He'll get it down to pit road speed. We'll see if the officials docked him at too fast, or if he did get it wheeled down. There's that 84 of Christopher Rothrock also. Here comes Eric Johnson, Joe Strano, and Chris Hammond. They will all come to pit road. 21 laps to go here tonight. James Skelton is back out onto the track. You see him. He just blended in behind the race leaders. That's the 51 of DJ Anderson right there as all these drivers are coming by. So he's going to be right behind the race leaders by about, call it 5 seconds. We'll see if him coming by himself is going to play a big factor. There's the 51 of DJ Anderson. Anderson's going to stay out. It looks like he's going to tow that 86 back around here. Wells, Jenkins, and Tony Strano all came to pit road that time. So it's still Gainey, Terriot 1 and 2 as they got themselves a 5-second lead over DJ Anderson and that Maxwell House Coffee 86 of Skelton. Looks like Josh Buckley also electing to stay out here in the Granny Hips machine, so he'll stay out. He's right now running 5th. Souza still stayed out. He's running 6th, and Minto has also stayed out here tonight. As we're going to get 19 laps to go. It looks like Max Terriot, I don't believe he has led a lap tonight. So Max Terriot will stay out here, and he'll at least get credited with 1 lap led. That's a bonus point for himself. As that's the number 40 of Rob Higgins working the inside of the speedway. There's the 24 and the 3 coming back out. That's Tony Strano and Zach Mitchell. Crash, though, on the back straightaway. This is going to change things up. Trevarthen has got spun around in the Oldsmobile. So 19 laps to go. The 5th caution flag of the evening will fly here tonight at Talladega. In the midst of green flag pit cycles. I believe there's only about 5 cars on the lead lap right now, but let's take the look back here at our replay. What happened to the 31 of Trevarthen? He goes up the track and, oh, just drifts right into the outside wall. Lonely feeling there as he spun down the back straightaway, bringing out the 5th caution flag of the evening. Max Theriault, who has yet to pit here tonight, along with DJ Anderson, Brandon Minto. So 3 cars have yet to pit. Our timing and scoring is officially saying 6 drivers. It's Minto, Wells, Gainey, Minto, Anderson, and Theriault, who are still on the lead lap. We'll see if that'll hold strong and true. It looks like here comes the Donut Media entry. Travis Minto dives to pit road and is the only one. And we'll see if that actually is going to hold. He might go a lap down here, pitting before the pace car. But Theriault going to lead a slew of them onto pit road. A couple drivers having to come to pit road here also at this pit, or at this caution flag, as the pit cycle was just in. See the 42 of Max Theriault. He's going to put tires on the right sides. They're going to go on the Goodyear Eagle Bias Ply tires. Will it be a 4-tire stop? It will be a 4-tire stop. Trying to take a gauge and guess who's going to be this lucky dog, and right there, getting the lucky dog, so he'll tag the back of the field, will be the number 3 of Tony Strano. Well, Zach, we thank you for tuning in here tonight. Well, that is a good question out there, Tim. Will Brandon Minto, who you see on pit road, will he complain if he wins? Race fans, if you don't know the inside joke about that, Brandon Minto, there you see the driver out of Norman, Oklahoma, now residing in Texas. Well, last season, the 1987 cars came to the iRacing.com platform for the first time. They were run, I believe, once last season. Brandon Minto was against it. Absolutely hated this car. And, well, went away for a couple weeks, and he came back right here at Talladega for this race. So what a way to make your return. If he wins, will he not complain about the 1987 cars anymore? Well, we don't know. Only time will tell. But race fans, we got to thank you all still, again, for tuning in. If it wasn't for all you race fans tuning in on a nightly basis here to watch us bring you live iRacing content, we wouldn't be here. So a big shout out to all of you for tuning in and keeping us going, keeping us alive, keeping us fun here in the booth. And, well, we hope you are ready to get out onto the track. You know how to get out onto the track? Well, you need to head on over to RB Custom Rigs, of course. Rick Bell over there putting rigs together for all your needs, from mild to wild and everything in between. Rick Bell over at RB Custom Rigs can get you pointed into the right direction. Head on over there today. Tell them that Red Light Racing sent you their way. So it looks like Max Theriault has ducked down pit road, so that's going to turn things over to this 51 of DJ Anderson. Jason Wells, Dustin Gainey, Tony Strano are your top 4 drivers. But remember, Tony Strano did just get that lucky dog, so he should have to tag the back of the field here. And that will be your 2 race leaders. Couple drivers, I say a couple as in James Skelton, Mark Jenkins, Christopher Rothrock, Eric Johnson, Thomas Talent, Joe Strano, Josh Buckley, Travis Minto, Chris Hammett, and just about everybody else that's still running, all getting waved around the iRacing.com pace car. So they're come back around here tag the back of the field, and then we'll get back going. Should be about 15 laps left in this one. So we're clean up our 5th caution flag of the evening here, and we'll get back racing. Anderson, Wells, Gainey, Strano, Therial, Minto, Skelton, Jenkins, Rothrock, Johnson, Thomas Talent, Joe Strano, Josh Buckley, Travis Minto, and Chris Hammett. Your cars that are left on your lead lap. Looks like that is officially going to be, if my math is right without taking my toes off, that will be now 15 cars left on the lead lap here to be 15 laps to go after we clean up our 5th caution flag of the evening. Tonight in the Road Rage Accessories Automotive Off-Road Agricultural 172 here from the Talladega Superspeedway. iRacing pace car is down and away, so it's going to get out of the racing surface. We're going to hammer back down 215 miles an hour with the 1987 Ford Thunderbird and the Chevy Lumina here tonight at the Talladega Superspeedway. Race fans, buckle up. 15 laps to go. Here we go. Green flag is back of the arrow. We're racing. DJ Anderson and Jason Wells will take off for turn number 1. Now the green flag at least comes out. Slow start, actually, by everybody else. It's going to be Anderson and Wells that do hammer down and take off. Looks like that's the number 11. That's up there on the outside lane of Sean Single. He'll tag the back of the field. So DJ Anderson will lead us off onto the back straightaway. Here comes Jason Wells. Here comes Dustin Gainey. Those two have been in the top 3 all evening long, and they look like they want to continue to be inside the top 3. Now they're going to push ahead and try to go to the point. These two Chevrolets trying to take the top spot from that Ford. Will they have enough time? Will they have enough momentum built up to the outside to carry on to the outside and take the race lead? Can they work together? There's the 3 of Tony Strano. He's just right trailing in the background. You see those 2 black cars? That's the 3 of Strano. That's the 42 of Max Terriel. $14 laps to go. It's still Dustin Gainey as he took the race lead, and he hangs on to it now. Jason Wells pushed him to the promised land and kind of got stuck to the outside. That's the race lead right there. It's the police versus the Carolina driver. Virginia and Carolina, 1 and 2. Hear the motors sing as they come towards our camera in the trial. There's Minto. That's Skelton to the inside of him. That's 6th position according to our scoring sheets. There's the 31. Michael Treworth and a couple laps down, running in the 25th position. He's on the inside of the speedway. There's the 24. Zach Mitchell also right there. He's being scored in 17th position. 1 lap down. He's in a battle with Brandon Feeney right now for that lucky dog position, and there is Feeney in the Tide Ride. He's 16th, first car 1 lap down, but he's up here in the front battle. Gainey, Wells, Anderson, Strano, Terriel, right here. Your front 5, and a little bit of a 5-car breakaway with the lap down car. James Skelton is coming, though. One of them going to smoke the outside wall there, but everybody keeps going. I believe that was the Eric Johnson entry. You see his Chevrolet slow to the outside of the speedway. 12 laps to go. Eric Johnson now going to fall off the race pace. Back straightaway, Dustin Gainey trying to block the high lane, comes back down, blocks the bottom side of the speedway. Looks like Wells wanted to go down there right to that yellow line, but he elected to stay right behind the 15. The 15 going to bottom out and go up the speedway. Here comes the 64. Here comes Wells now for the race lead. DJ Anderson, though, going to get back to the number 15's back bumper and push him into the tri-oval. Max Terriel still sitting right there, wondering what is going to go on ahead of him. Hear him have to lift going into the corner. You see the green Highlighting that number 42, that means Max Terrell has won. He has locked himself into a championship. Oh, it looks like the 31 gonna hit the outside wall again. Michael Trevarthen spinning his Oldsmobile for the second time into the outside wall. Looks like he'll call it the tow truck to come get him. I have to take the look back here as the caution flag flies once again. See that Oldsmobile's all sorts of yawn and yeet out. Wow, look at that 84 there of Rothrock just skate on by. Right on board with Rothrock. What did he see? Oh, he just Days of Thundered that. Aim for the smoke and hope that he's not there. So that caution flag going to come at an untimely here for your race leader of Dustin Gainey, who had just started to pull away with DJ Anderson, Wells, Strano, now everybody else that just got back onto the lead lap will have the chance to catch their breath and be right sucked up behind these guys. So it looks like it will be Brandon Feeney getting that wave around, so that'll put officially 16 cars on the lead lap. Race fans, though, as we have 10 laps to go here, it'll be a shootout when we go back racing. You don't want to miss it, as we have to catch up and pay a little bit of the bills here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching the Road Rage Accessories 172 right here from the Talladega Superspeedway.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Assist to the front bumper, and he hits him again now. Ray Alfala into the outside wall.
Gonna pass nearly 3 cars down that front straightaway, and he's gonna get them all done with. What amazing!
Lee to the inside goes Logan Cloudman is gonna touch in. Pit press, sideways, what a save!
Look to the outside as Cronkite goes off. De Jong into second place.
I'm going for the switchback. Oh, pinpoint driving.
It's howling down to the inside.
I tried, there's contact though.
Slide left of the racetrack. Chris Leonard drives it back down underneath, and he takes that second spot right back. Joker goes to Garrett Lowe.
Garrett Lowe should take victory with all that contact.
He's going to try and make the move around the upset the Paravolca. That's not going to work, but he's going to try and get the cutback here. Get the run out the Paravolca. That's beautifully done there. Michael Schubert, there's a little bit of door banging as well.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here, race fans. You see as they are pacing under the 6th caution flag of the evening. 8 laps to go. It'll be 7 laps to go when we come back here and restart here tonight at Talladega once again tonight for the Road for Age Accessories, Automotive, Off-Road, and Agriculture 172 here tonight. Race fans, it's been a good race. We saw green flag pit cycles, well, almost cycle back through for our caution flag through, and then another one right here to bring out the 6th caution flag of the evening. Will it be Jason Wells, Dustin Gainey winning their first ever race? Or will it be the wily veteran of Max Terriol, Tony Strano? How about Brandon Minto inside the top 5? Or will it be James Skelton, who dominated the early portions of this race? Will he be able to come back through? It looks like the iRacing pace car is ready to dive in and get ready to go back racing. Through this long, grueling trial will we come. 16 drivers on the lead lap. 2 drivers battling for that lucky dog position as the green flag comes back out. Let's go racing with 7 to go. Front 2 go single file, but here comes that 42. Here comes Tony Strano also. Strano down to the bottom side of the speedway. He's got James Skelton as they come off of turn 2. They're going to be coming after him. Here comes the 3. A little bit of a block there from Dustin Gainey to the front there of that 3 as I believe we have one up into the outside wall there, just scraping off the wall. I believe that was the Minto machine, but he stays under full power. See a little bit of a blink there. I believe that was the 51 of DJ Anderson. At the line, side by side, a smoke coming. Green flag still in the air, but it looks like that's Mark Jenkins down to the inside. He's going to be with James Skelton. Caution flag not coming back out here as we stay green flag. What happened to James Skelton? Oh, Skelton up the track. Right into the side of the 999 of Mark Jenkins. Chris Hammett nowhere to go. He's involved and he just taps that inside wall. Back live, it'll be 5 to go this time at the line. And here comes Granny Hips. He's wiggle wobbling in the middle with his cane. Hope somebody doesn't kick the walker out yet. He's, the 15 of Dustin Gainey got to try to cut through the middle there. He just got shuffled out of the race lead out of turn 4. Wells, Anderson, Strano. That's Tony Strano. Dustin Gainey right there also as they work down the back straightaway. Closing in on the end of this one. DJ Anderson got a bobble. He's going to give the bottom lane up. Here comes the 15. Gainey back down to the bottom. Look at the 42 of Max Terriol. He's right there also. It'll be 4 laps at the line. Will we be able to complete this one here tonight without going to overtime? You couldn't have put a shoe between the 15 of Dustin Gainey and the 51 of DJ Anderson that time through the tri-oval. That's how close they were. Those cars were ice skating all sorts of out of shape. Here comes Max Terriol. He's going to get right to the back bumper of Dustin Gainey. He's going to give him a push down the back straightaway. Josh Buckley below that yellow line. He sucks back up right into his line, right into the spot that he was. It's still anybody's ball game. I count at least 14 cars in this lead draft, including a couple lap down machines that are trying to work their way back through and get some laps back. 3 to go. Crashing through the tri-oval. That's the 43 of Joe Strano. And the 5. That's the 5 of Brandon Minto. It will not be the Norman, Oklahoma driver's night tonight. He will not win this race at Talladega. Take the look back here real quick. Oh, he comes off the outside wall, and oh, he goes for one heck of a ride. That Buffalo Wild Wings entry sure took his wings seriously. Caution flag going to come out here as we watch that. Unfortunately, it looks like DJ Anderson and the police machine has gone around. There's Ryan O'Donnell in the Turbo Dork Paints entry also spun around. 7th caution flag tonight as we go to extra innings. Overtime. Little extra racing at Talladega. Oh, Dustin Gainey slides up the track just a little bit. DJ Anderson goes for a ride, and there's Travis Minto. He gets involved, and Ryan O'Donnell just barely gets tapped. A couple drivers sliding in there also. Watch it back again, though. Different angle. Oh, you see both drivers sideways on entry. Oh, Ryan O'Donnell almost, hard-nosed into the outside wall. His Turbo Dork machine comes to a rest on the inside. On board with Ryan O'Donnell. Waited for everybody to pass, but that is some hard damage there. Not only for DJ Anderson, but Ryan O'Donnell also going around. And, well, y'all like the racing? You're all going to get some more here from Talladega. It'll be Dustin Gainey, Max Terriot, Jason Wells, Tony Strano, Joshua Buckley, Eric Johnson, Christopher Rothrock, Thomas Talent, Joe Strano, and then it'll be the battle off of pit road for everybody else to see who's going to restart 10th here tonight. Well, it'll take us a little extra time to figure out who's going to win this round, as this is round number 6 of the 2021 season, season 1 for the RB Custom Rig Scrambler Series for Red Light Racing. We started at Michigan, went to Iowa, Darlington, Kentucky Auto Club, and we are here for this round at Talladega before we head to Las Vegas and a track for the first time, which I believe is going to be a marathon race. We're doing 40 laps, it looks like, at the Sonoma Raceway in a couple weeks before we head to Atlanta, and then Richmond is a cutoff race on March the 8th. The season going very fast so far this season, as this is race number 6 out of the 15 scheduled for Season 1, we'll call it. Red Light Racing usually doing about 3 to 4 seasons, depending on how all the dates fall with the holidays. See a couple drivers that are still out there. A couple drivers that have made up a lot of ground by coming back out onto the raceway, and that's going to be this driver, the Adventure in Pixels 01 of Richard Murdoch. He has come back out. At one point, he was 29th. On our timing and scoring charts. He has worked his way back up to 21st, so a net gain of technically, call it 9, as he was flirting with that 30th place disaster for him, so every point for him tonight will be a gain. Ryan O'Donnell also back out. Sean Single, one of those drivers who has spent multiple laps behind the wall here tonight, he is also back out onto the raceway. Michael Trevarthen, at one point tonight, he was the only car that did not start this race. And Michael Trevarthen is now running 25th after taking 2 self-spins with his Oldsmobile. Looks like drivers tonight that will not get the finish that they want is going to be Troutman, Potter, O'Brien, our friend Tim Williams from north of the border, and Doug Neal. This time, the iRacing pace car lights go out. So we should have a 2-lap shootout to the finish here tonight. Gainey has not won a race with Red Light Racing. He'll restart P number 1. Then it's Max Terriel, Jason Wells, Tony Strano will restart in the 4th position. He has never won either with Red Light Racing. He's looking for his first ever win, and what a way it would come with the black Intimidator Goodwrench Chevrolet. Granny Hips has not seen victory lane, and I believe it's about 4 years here with the Scrambler Series, so Buckley's looking to try and pick up a win. Johnson, Rothrock, Thomas Talent, the rookie, Joe Shrano, and James Skelton is back out there, but he's got some severe damage. It looks like he's got, well, a parachute out the back. He'll restart 10th. So who's going to win it, race fans? There's your top 10. Your winner, though, could come outside that top 10. Brandon Feeney, Chris Hammett, Mark Jenkins, Zach Mitchell, and Brandon Minto. Remember Minto? He took flight. For real, no, like, he took flight. He's in the Air Force, race fans. And he landed back on the wheels and drove that thing away. He'll restart 15th with a chance. All you got to do is be there to have a chance. So he'll come back out onto the speedway tonight for a chance. Tonight, we have the white Turn 3 Racing Network t-shirt on here in the studio. Getting ready to see if we can take it to the white flag tonight. iRacing pace car down and away, and about 4 football fields before we can take the green flag. Remember, green-white checker. You're at Talladega. It's the Road Rage Accessories. 172 in overtime. It'll be about 180 miles of racing here tonight. Green flag back up into the air. Everybody got to come through the clunky old 4-speed gearbox. See if we can get back here to the white flag tonight. Daney surges ahead. Here comes that Maker's Mark entry, though, the 64 of Wells. He'll get a great run down the back straightaway. One of them up into the outside wall. We will not get to the white flag. Still wrecking down the back straightaway. Mark Jenkins on his lid. Thomas Talent has gone around. James Skelton has gone around. Well, 180 miles will not be enough. That car right there, that Hardee's machine, definitely looks like it's been into the Days of Thunder movie a time or two. Thomas Talent having a rough go of things here tonight. Let's take the look. Scout with a little bit of a bobble there, and there's wreck number 1, Joe Strano, and that's the 999 of Mark Jenkins. All getting together. And then Thomas Talent goes for a ride down the back straightaway. Watch the second part to this crash. There you're going to see the first one's already in the books, and then, Renaissance Nutrition 84 makes some contact with 999 of Jenkins, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. Oh, and Feeney gets a little piece of that too, and I believe Feeney was in that lucky dog position, or actually he got the lucky dog on the last one. So didn't quite get to that white flag that we were talking about, and this is what brings that caution out. Scouting down the track, up the track, and then he gets a little help there as Mark Jenkins tried to thread the needle. Oh, Jenkins almost landed it too. Come up a little short on that one. Well, now, race fans, it's going to shorten it up a little bit more on the top runners in this one. It looks like 11 drivers on the lead lap. Let's show you that timing and scoring chart. Right now, Combs is on the lead lap. He actually just comes back out on pit road. Minto's still down on pit road. Thomas Talent is on pit road also. And Zach Mitchell is back out onto the speedway. And he'll restart there. 11th. Combs is getting the lucky dog. So he'll come back around. He'll have to start at the tail end of the field. Dustin Gainey still being shown as our race leader. Well, here's a chance now, race fans. Take a look at that timing and scoring. You see the green. The drivers in green are locked into the championship hunt. Here's what I can tell you, though. The only driver that still has a chance to win this that's in green, that's the 42 of Max Terriel. He has one win this season. That win came at Kentucky. The 1987 car here at Talladega is completely different. Could he win his second race of the season, or will one of these other drivers lock themselves into the playoffs? Well, who's all up here? There's the 15 of Dustin Gainey. There's Jason Wells. Tony Strano in the black number 3 is also right there. Along with the number 2, Granny Hips himself, Joshua Buckley. Eric Johnson, who points himself in usually on points to the postseason, has a chance here to lock himself in without pointing himself in. Christopher Rothrock, it's been a rough night for the driver out of Pennsylvania, the Renaissance Nutrition number 84. Could he possibly come up and win this one? What about Joe Strano, driver out of Wisconsin? He's picked up an SK win this past season. Can he pick up a Scrambler Series win? How about the rookie, Brandon Feeney? How about this guy? He went for a spin earlier. That's the 906 of Chris Hammett. What about Zach Mitchell? He'll restart 11th. 12th starting will be the Pepsi number 17, the Challenger entry of Tim Combs. He'll restart 12th. Brandon Minto, he's coming back around here. He'll restart 13th. 14th will be Thomas Talent, and then 15th will be Souza. Everybody looks like they're ready to go racing, though, as they double up side by side once again. So to be Gainey, Terriel, Wells, Strano when they come around. Still anybody's ball game. We've seen a crazy race here tonight at Talladega, so if you're on the lead lap, you still have a chance. Even if you're actually out there, I believe Murdoch. Is Murdoch 1 lap? No, he's 4 laps down actually on our scoring. I was going to say, even if you're 1 lap down at this point, if something major were to happen, we've seen big wrecks at Talladega and Daytona before, and, well, now that this is, I believe, the final green-white checker here tonight, anything could happen, and anybody could still win this. Tim, your boy Brandon would still be able to win this one. Find out. But race fans, we got to thank you for sticking with us here in overtime to find out who's going to win this race here tonight for the Road Rage Accessories. 172 miles was the scheduled distance. We are over 180 miles of racing here tonight, closing in on the 200-mile marker. We'll see if we get to that 200-mile marker here tonight. iRacing pace car does that left-hand turn, and we'll see what we got. Remember the start-finish line on the other side of the tri-oval. Everybody maintaining pace, speed here. Green flag in the air. Green flag is flying once again here at Talladega. Another great start by Dustin Gainey. Terriot going to thread the needle there. He's going to dive back to the bottom there, split the Gainey entry and the Wells entry. That's going to leave Tony Strano to the outside. He's got the other Chevrolet, the 33 of Eric Johnson, up there. Now comes Max Terriot. He'll come back up down the back straightaway. He'll get a huge shove down the back straightaway with 2 laps to go. Max Terriot going to peek ahead for the time being in front of that number 15 of Dustin Gainey. Gainey's going to get a great run on the bottom side of the speedway, though. Wells gave him a shove, but it's not good enough. As they come out of turn 4, they'll come through the tri-oval and look for the checker flag auto supply white flag, as it will be 1 lap to go here at Talladega, presented by the checker flag auto supply. So this one's going to be heads up. First one back to the line here tonight is going to win. Will it be Max Terriot? Will it be somebody else? Everybody back there lurking. Here comes Tony Strano. Max Terriot going to go up through a little bit of a block. Tony Strano's not going to lift. They're going to send it 3 wide. Here they come. Turn number 3. 3 wide on the final lap. The 42 sideways. Oh, Tony Strano into the outside wall. Major wreck in turn 3. Major wreck in turn 3 as we stay with the race leaders. Here comes Dustin Gainey. He's going to come through the tri-oval for the final time. Who will win at Talladega? Wells into the outside wall. Buckley going to crash across the start-finish line. Mayhem. Mayhem, race fans. Everybody crashing here at Talladega, but it is Dustin Gainey winning his first race ever with Red Light Racing. The driver out of North Carolina getting it done here tonight. Boy, race fans, we're going to have to go back and watch that white flag, as there were wrecks upon wrecks within it. So let's take the time here and go back and watch this. There you see Tony Strano. He's going to work the outside of the speedway here in turn 1. Max goes to throw the block. Doesn't quite get the block completed. Let's see it. 3 wide, a little bit deeper back there in the pack. Here comes Max. Now he'll throw the block again down the back straightaway. He's going to get sideways entering the corner, and then up the track he comes. Boom, right into the 3 of Strano. Strano goes around. It looks like Strano goes up over one of them. That's going to be the Chris Hammett entry. And then coming across the line, Chaos is going to Kasu again. As Max Terriot gets sideways again, right there with Buckley, and then up the track, taps Buckley. Buckley's going to go airborne with Joe Strano there. Boy, what a final lap there tonight at Talladega for the Road Rage Accessories. 172. It was absolutely crazy here, race fans. And coming up next is going to be your Renaissance Nutrition post-race show. Stick around for that one. Let's hear what your top 3 have to say about this one, because it is Dustin Gainey, Jason Wells, and Joshua Buckley finishing on the podium here tonight. Don't go anywhere. Let's hear what they have to say after this one. Welcome back here to the Talladega Super Speedway, race fans. Overtime needed to finish this one off tonight in the Road Rage Accessories 172. And boy, what a crazy one it was. Road Rage definitely being our sponsor here tonight, as it took some road rage from a couple of these drivers to determine who was going to finish this one off. And I'm sure there's some drivers out there raging after the finish, but boy, what a finish it was. Let's head down trackside, though, here for our Renaissance Nutrition post-race show with our top 3 finishers. Our podium finishers here tonight, starting us off here in Victory Lane, driving the number 15 out of Carolina. It is Dustin Gainey. Dustin, my friend, you did it tonight. You took the 15 to Victory Lane, but boy, did you have to manhandle this car for that one.
Yeah, it was a handful all night long. Kind of hate I got into DJ. Took us under that first green-white checker.
Yeah, I mean, tell us about this car here tonight. It is not the easiest car on the iRacing.com platform to handle, and then you bring it to one of the fastest tracks with no downforce. How hard was it to sail off into the corner at 215 mile an hour?
No, you just couldn't sail it off in there. You had to get out the gas and just let it roll and get back to it hard.
You were able to wheel and deal all night long, wheeling and dealing this 15 machine inside the top 5 all night. That seemed like one of the dominating cars out there, but at the end of this one, you had to battle with some of the toughest competitors, especially Jason Wells was right there, the wily veteran of Max Terriel. How did you hold off the charges from all those drivers?
You didn't, man. You were just praying you could keep it out in front of them.
You were able to keep it out in front. That is for sure. I'm sure maybe a little Chick-fil-A and Dr. Pepper were in the system working its way through there as you were able to hold it all together. Now, Dustin, I can officially tell you, as the results are official for your top 3 as you all pass technical inspection here tonight, you will officially, for the first time, lock yourself in as a driver into the postseason with a win. What does it mean to you in this whole 15 crew in red light racing to drive week in and week out on Monday night with some of the strongest competition and now have the chance to battle for a championship?
That means a lot, just coming in, I think 4 seasons now, and being close a couple of times and having pit road problems like we did last week, and then just finally sealing the deal gives a lot of confidence going into it.
So you finally break through into Victory Lane and you punch your ticket to the postseason. So congratulations, Dustin. I know you haven't done this before, but the red carpet is rolled out. The microphone is yours. Who helps you out here? Who makes it all possible on car number 15?
Just got to thank the Red Light Series, RBG, Lowe's, Mickey's Tax Service, Chick-fil-A, and Dr. Pepper.
There you hear from the winner here in Victory Lane, Dustin Gainey. He's going to be hopping in this golf cart here. I think there's a Chick-fil-A down the road. I think he's just going to go grab some here before his crew does his celebratory activities in Victory Lane here. Dustin Gainey will punch his ticket to go into the postseason. So for the first time ever, Gainey goes to Victory Lane and he'll go postseason dancing. Congratulations to Dustin Gainey and that whole crew. A well-deserved victory, a long time in the making. Coming home running in P number 2, and man, Jason, it seems like this is a trend here, finishing on the podium but not able to squeak one out this season. Well, let's see, Jason, you got us now?
Yeah, I got you now. Sorry about that.
Well, how does it feel to finish on the podium once again?
Yeah, it feels great, just, trying to catch all the top 5s I can get. One of these days I'll break through and get another win, but I'm just happy to bring it home in one piece tonight in second.
Yeah, you almost didn't tell us about coming to the line there with Dustin Gainey. You were going to the outside. You just didn't quite make it, and you ran out of real estate.
Yeah, I should have, I knew he was going to slide up. I should have tried to cut underneath him and do the kind of slide job back to him, but I caught the wall and just tried to hook right to stay out of him. No, I didn't want to get into him. And then I hope I didn't cause the chaos behind me, but people just started flying it like it was the Blues Brothers or something.
Well, I think I heard Justin Bieber was in town, and everybody was excited for that one. They said it was better than the Super Bowl halftime show last night, so they were all trying to get to that concert a little bit sooner. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Justin Timberlake fan. Are you a Justin Timberlake fan?
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake, they're all the same.
Sure. I'm more of a Rolling Stones, AC/DC kind of guy.
I think Tom Petty, what was that, a couple years ago, did the Super Bowl halftime show? I think that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was good. Of course, Rolling Stones. I can't wait for I hope the Foo Fighters one day could do the Super Bowl. That'd be a good show.
Well, we're all way out in left field talking about the Super Bowl. Tonight, this was like a Super Bowl here at Talladega. Tonight, you were able to rally. stay inside the top 5 and keep the Maker's Mark car pretty clean tonight here, Jason. But another podium is going to help you out in the points championship because it's starting to close down. There'll be Las Vegas, Sonoma, Atlanta, and Richmond coming up. Can we find the 64 going back to victory lane before the postseason?
I got that road course circled. I kind of embarrassed myself at the Roval last season, so I'm hoping to redeem myself there.
Well, that's a tough one out in wine country. We're look to see you out there and see what you can do. But before we let you go here tonight, who made it all possible?
Just, guys at Red Light running a good league. It's a lot of fun. It was kind of nerve-wracking tonight. I thought I threw it away and destroyed everybody's race going into turn 3 on lap 2. But we all seem to keep straight. I'd like to thank you for the broadcast. I enjoy watching it at the end of the race and have a glass of Maker's Mark too with it.
Well, here tonight, Jason Wells is going to need a little bit of that Maker's Mark as he comes home, finishing in P number 2. Congratulations to Jason and that whole crew. That'll be a good points night for them. And I believe we have one final driver here tonight, race fans, and it's the driver out of Massachusetts and a brand new sponsor on the side of this machine. It's the Granny Hips Buckley sponsored it. Buckley, where did you come from?
Yeah, I don't know. A little bit. First of all, I want to say there at the very end, I apologize to Max. I didn't really mean to kind of kick him out of the way like that. It's just with this car at the tri-oval, I had the run. I was just trying to get enough speed to hook out to the outside, and I caught his right rear and just punted on the inside. So unfortunately, Max got the eat tonight. It wasn't intentional, so I do apologize to him. But
well, I didn't know your walker was capable of producing speeds like that here. This car did get into the outside wall just over the halfway point, and then, or not the wall, you actually got kind of hit in that right front. Did that hamper the performance here tonight of this number 2?
It did just a little bit. Thankfully, the pit crew was able to knock the fender for the most part back into shape to where it really didn't have too much of an effect, and definitely helped me get up there. Another thing was obviously pit strategy early, where everybody early was taking tires. I actually saved a set. I still had an extra set just in case. So we took that set with the same call as my teammate DJ there at the end to take these fresh tires and see if what we can do to the front. And thankfully, it worked out in our favor for the most part.
So you finish on the podium here, Buckley. It's been a little bit of a rough one as of late here on a Monday night. You come into the night way down the boards. 20th is where you were. You did gain 7 positions after we left the Auto Club Speedway with a good finish over there. Tonight, this podium finish is really going to propel you. Looks like you're going to be hovering right around that border for the cutoff position. Can we rally here with the next couple of weeks to lock this number 2 into the playoffs?
I'd like to think so. Sonoma is going to be a trying thing for me. The road courses are normally the biggest thing for me to fight with. But I mean, I have a great team to work with. So with everybody at Need for Speed Motorsports. So I'm sure we'll figure something out. I mean, we're on the right groove right now. We just got to keep it going, keep digging.
Keep digging. You competed in the Daytona 24-hour event, and you did pretty good there. So Sonoma shouldn't be that hard. We are taking the NASCAR Cup machines there. But before we let you go, we got to ask you, what is with the Granny Hips sponsorship on this car?
So thanks to Brandon Feeney for the idea. It was just a joke. Obviously, you bought onto it a little bit, and then I decided, I had fun with that. Obviously, having bad hips and being in the kitchen chair, I can only sit for so long. So it just turned into a big joke, and thanks to Ryan for coming up with a logo just on the fly, just having fun with it, and decided, let's let this be a thing. And we were coming to the 87 car at Talladega. I was like, we're going to throw it on it and have a good time.
Well, it looks like you had a good time here tonight, Josh, as you finished 3rd on the podium. Who do you got behind the scenes, though, pushing all the buttons?
Just thanks to everybody that comes out in the league every week. It's been an awesome season so far. I do definitely thank that. Thanks to my teammates, Sean, James, and DJ for everything they do, especially helping me out because I'm obviously a little bit of the slower guy compared to the rest of the team. But Turn 3 Racing Network, the partnership we have with you guys, is just awesome. And everybody who watches these races, definitely do appreciate you taking the time, and hope to see you out there.
Well, there you heard it from the third place finisher tonight, Josh Buckley, and the Granny Hits entry will finish on the podium after battling with the 42 of Max Terrill. Take a look here at your unofficial race results here tonight after the Road Rage Accessories 172, needing to go to overtime to complete this one. Take a look at your unofficial results for everybody but your top three. Those are your official top three as they all rolled across the tech inspection lines and they were cleared good to go. Man, what a race this was here at Talladega. Maybe one of the longest races of the season, but it was a grueling one, but it was a good one nonetheless, like we see here on Monday night. We do head to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway just next week before we stay out west and we head over to California. We go dancing, sipping on wine and wine country over there at the Sonoma Raceway before we head down south to the Atlanta Motor Speedway before we bring it back north just a little bit at Richmond, where that is a cutoff race before we go playoff dancing. So now that Dustin Gainey joins the other four drivers that have locked themselves in of James Skelton, James Heater, Max Terrill, and DJ Anderson, that makes 5 positions officially taken in the playoffs. Who will join them? Well, we're going to find out just next week when we head to Las Vegas. But before we go, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in. You can catch the Red Light Racing SK Modified Series on Thursday night when we do head to, I believe it should be Richmond. It is Richmond for our championship finale in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. Make sure you tune in to find out who wins that championship battle, because it will definitely come down to the final lap at Richmond. But for everybody at Red Light Racing, RB Custom Rigs, and of course our friends over at Road Rage Accessories, Dustin Gainey wins the Road Rage Accessories 172 here tonight at the Talladega Super Speedway. Race fans, we thank you for all tuning in, and we hope you're all safe and well, and we can't wait to see you at the races.